Welcome back to the yet another episode of a series of engineering documentaries. In these episodes, we'll take a look over the general information and construction engineering aspects of India's first cable-stayed bridge on open seas is nothing but the Bandra Valley Sea Link. So without wasting time, let's get started. So for an outsider, basically what came into the mind after they heard word Mumbai is Gateway of India, Marine Drive. But after the construction of Bandra Valley Sea Link, this structure is also one of the picture that most of the people thinking about. And yes, Bandra Valley Sea Link is a masterpiece showing India's excellence in civil engineering. So before starting to the technical information, let me give you some brief about Bandra Valley Sea Link. Most of the people knew this structure as Bandra Valley Sea Link. But actually, its official name is Rajiv Gandhi Sea Link, or one can say Rajiv Gandhi Setu. Actually, it connects Bandra in Mumbai suburban region to Worli, which is in the south region of Mumbai, so that it is popularly known as Bandra Valley Sea Link. This bridge is owned and maintained by MSRDC, that is Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation, and this sea link is constructed by India's one of the oldest and renowned company HCC, which is Hindustan Construction Company. The design of the Bandra Valley Sea Link is done by the UK-based TAR consultants for MSRDC. And for this project, best experts all around the world contributed and tasked in the design and construction at the several stages. The sea link is connected Bandra to Worli by crosses the Mahim Bay through the Arabian Sea. The construction of this sea link is started in the year 2000 but actually accelerate in the year 2007 and completed in the year 2010. The sea link is of 5.6 kilometers, which reduces travel time between the Bandra and Worli during the peak hours from 20 to 30 minutes to 10 minutes. So before I going to start the construction engineering aspects of the sea link, let me clear you why this bridge is so important for covering a long distance in Mumbai's traffic with short interval of time. See, Mumbai is the capital of Maharashtra and financial capital of India, and its central business district area is South Mumbai, that is this part of Mumbai. But as the urbanization happens in the last 50 years, people from all around the India coming to the city Mumbai, and because of the high price of land and lack of land in the Mumbai South region, people start living in the northern side of Mumbai and traveling daily to Mumbai South. Therefore, the traffic in Mumbai from north south increasing day by day. In Mumbai, the major traffic is scattered by Western Expressway and Eastern Expressway, whereas Western Expressway caters 70% of the traffic. And in Mumbai suburban region, only Mahim Causeway is a road through which all travelers traveling from Mumbai Western suburban to Mumbai South. And this red color line on Mahim Causeway is always with a heavy traffic. So that to provide an efficient transportation system with minimum travel time is one of the major aims of this project. And so that the Bandra Valley Sea Link has been one of the most highly recommended project of all transport studies done for metropolitan regions. So that finally it was decided to build a sea link through the Arabian Sea crosses the Mahim Bay from Bandra to Worli with almost the straight alignment by motive to reduce the traffic and accidents on Western Expressway. Now let's see the details of complete project. So the overall project consisted of 5 parts which contracted separately to accelerate the overall schedule of the project. For ease of understanding, we'll see this on map. So here it is the part of map of Mumbai. So here you can see all the parts of project. So here it is the package 1 of the project, which is nothing but Loughborough Junction, which is the flyover in Worli, which is 680 meters long and 8 meters wide. It is one of the big steps to the Bandra Valley Sea Link from Worli side. Similar to the other side of the sea link, there is a Cloverleaf interchange at Mahim intersection, which is nothing but the second package of this project. The third package of this project is a solid approach road from Mahim interchange to Toll Plaza on the Bandra side, along with a public promenade. The main package of this project is nothing but package 4, which is the construction of central cable stayed spans with northern and southern viaducts from Worli to Toll Plaza at the Bandra end. And the fifth package of this project is the improvement to the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan Road, which is from the Worli end of the sea link. Now let's see about the design of the Bandra Valley Sea Link. So Design of the Bandra Valley ceiling is consulted by DAR consultants for MSRDC. So basically, bridge is designed in accordance with IRC codes, that is Indian Road Congress codes, and specifications conforms to IRC standards, with supplementary specifications covering special items. And the bridge is designed and built to withstand wind ranging 125 km per hour over the Arabian Sea. Now let's see the construction procedure of the ceiling. Firstly, equipment are mobilized and locate the exact location of the pile. And then, under the seabed, by joint machine drilling, holes are bored for the piles. And then, piles are cast. And afterward, the pier is constructed over it. And by repeating the same procedure, the construction of substructure is completed. Once the forward pier is constructed, then prefabricated concrete blocks are laid by the giant launching trusses. There are total 15 segments of precast concrete blocks are laid in between two pillars, and these blocks are formed by the concrete adhesives and joined with the steel wires by post tensioning. Launching trusses. Launching trusses have been assembled and calibrated to high degree of precision, where these launching trusses are 110 meters long and its self-weight is around 1200 metric ton of each. And these trusses are crawl mechanically on the surface after the portion of deck is completed. But for building the cable-stayed portion of the bridge, these launching trusses had to move from one end of approach bridge to other, because the distance between the end pillar and the central pillar of the cable stayed is 250 meters. So this was a massive challenge to move 1200 metric ton launching truss from one position to another. But HCC made this with giant Asian Hercules, which is one of the biggest shear leg crane in the world, which can lift up to the 1600 metric ton. That made task much easier for laying two 250 meters long deck of the cable stayed portion of the bridge. The cable stay portion in the Bandra Valley ceiling makes the structure more aesthetically pleasing, whereas the ceiling has two cable stayed portions. The larger cable stay is close to the Bandra end, which has approximately 600 meters spans with two clear channels of 250 meters each, and smaller cable stayed at Worli end, which has approximately 350 meters span with clear channel of 150 meters. Both the portions are designed with absolute precision, keeping in the mind dimensions, geology, and aerodynamics. In India, Bandra Valley ceiling is the first ever bridge over the sea having the cable stay technique used for the construction. For clear understanding of this, let me explain you the structural mechanism behind the cable stay bridge. So it is basically pylons from which cables support the bridge deck, and in the way in cables the tension forces are generated. You can find the piers at the bottom of superstructure, but that is only the supporting. What actually holds the deck are the steel cables from the pylons, and this is how the structural system works. Now let's see what are the factors considered for the quality assurance of the construction of Bandra Valley ceiling. So for the substructure, coal tar epoxy painting is provided below the high tide level splash zones, whereas high performance concrete grade of M60 with microsilica slurry is utilized for the construction of structure. For the deck of the bridge, a 40 thick high performance overlay is provided over the pre-stressed deck to function monolithically with deck. So the people from the different organizations work on the Bandra Valley ceiling. MSRDC, Maharashtra State Road Development Corporation Limited, is the owner of the Bandra Valley ceiling. Design is done by Dar Alhandasa Consultants and Jacobs Engineering Group Incorporation. Work for the geotechnical engineering is done by Lachel Phillips and Associates Incorporation. And the ceiling is constructed by India's one of the oldest and renowned construction company, HCC, that is Hindustan Construction Company. Expansion joints are taken care by Mageba, which is the Swiss company which provides civil engineering services, and launching is by Fretwings Private Limited. In addition to that, many others are also involved in the whole construction of the Bandra Valley ceiling. So this is all about the construction of Bandra Valley ceiling. Now let's see the benefits of the project. Although this ceiling helps to save the time from busy and heavy traffic roadways, along with that, here I will tell you some of the other benefits because of this project. So there is a reduction in chances of road accidents because of almost a straight alignment of the road and wider roads. ease in driving with reduced mental tension, and along with that, the overall improvement in the quality of life. Saving in a vehicle operating cost to the tune of rupees 100 crores per annum due to the reduction in congestion of the existing roadways and lower vehicle operating cost on the bridge. Improvement in the environment, especially in terms of reduction in carbon monoxide and oxides of nitrogen, and also the reduction in noise pollution in areas of Mahim, Dadar, Prabhadevi, and Worli. This project has no any adverse effect on the fisheries, marine life, and livelihood of the fishermen. And lastly, proper landscaping measures along with the approaches and promenade along with the waterfront to enhance the environment of the area. Now we'll see about the bridge management and the system on the Bandra Worli ceiling. For the toll plaza, power supply and lighting, and surveillance and security. First, let's see about the toll plaza on the Bandra side of the ceiling. A toll plaza of 449-meter long embankment with 16 lanes is in operation for collection of tolls. The toll plaza is equipped with the state-of-art toll collection system. A structure is provided at this location to house the control system for the ITS, whereas the toll station and collection system will provide for three different types of toll collection. The first one is fully automatic system, in which the electronic payment through onboard units mounted on the vehicles, which allows the passage without stopping. The second one is the semi-automatic system, in which electronic payment through the smart card, which allows the payment without having pay cash. And third is a manual toll collection, in which the payment of the toll by cash, requiring vehicle drivers to make a cash payment to a toll attendant and stopping for the cash exchange. For the power supply and lighting, Bandra Worli ceiling exclusively uses the energy-saving illumination systems. The bridge has a reliable and redundant power supply, backup with the diesel generators, and automated failures for the critical loads. For the surveillance and security on the Bandra Worli ceiling, an intelligent bridge management system provides traffic information, surveillance, monitoring, and control systems. It comprises of CCTVs, automatic traffic counters, and vehicle classification systems, variable message signs, remote weather information systems, and emergency telephones. The bridge tower and the control centers feature the lightning protection, designed to protect the bridge monitoring, communication, and the power equipment from possible surges. Inaugural ceremony of the Bandra Worli ceiling was held on 30th June 2009 and presided over by the chairperson of the UPA, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji, and the Agriculture Minister Shri Sharad Pawar Sahib and Chief Minister of Maharashtra Shri Ashok Chavan ji, along with the other chief guests at that time. The first 4 of the 8 lanes of the bridge were opened to the public on 30th June 2009, and all the 8 lanes were open on the 24th March 2010. Ask somebody who has been in Mumbai from year before 2010. They are witness to it, that how it is difficult to travel in between Mumbai South and Mumbai Western Suburban region because of the traffic and lengthy route, and what was the whole effort for the driving. The moment this bridge is inaugurated, the travel time decreases as well as the reduction in chances of the accidents due to shorter distances and wider roads, and easier driving with a reduction in mental stress and improvement in the quality of life. This sea-link is a part of first phase of Mumbai's freeway system designed to ease traffic, with the project yielding favorable results and desired objectives in the easing city life. Expect some more such sea-links in the days to come. For the construction of this bridge, there are total 3,000 workers from all around the India, nearly 150 engineers, numerous professionals and experts from nearly 12 countries collaborated on this project with the one thing in common, that is law of engineering, and that's bring them together to achieve a great masterpiece in the India's city of dreams, Mumbai. Today, Bandra Worli ceiling is one of the identity mark and the marvel of engineering technology for the city Mumbai, which really helps to cover a long distance in a short time. And no doubt, this ceiling is a masterpiece, showing India's excellence in civil engineering.